What's up, guys? We're gonna real beats. Today I'm gonna be showing you guys how to make a real dark beat. If you guys haven't subbed already or turned post notifications on, make sure you do so because it does a lot. Just hop right into it. So default BPM 140, and I'm just grabbing the scale. So we're going for a darker sound. So obviously we can go with the minor, and we can use let's use D sharp minor. All right, and that's pretty much it for the setup. And let's go ahead and get started. And I'll go through sound selection as we go through each instrument. So let's start with the first one. All right, so we're gonna start with a contact piano now, and I have silent keys as the preset. Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna show you a trick where you can just automatically get dark sounding beats. Okay, so you start your root, and then what you want to do is create a chord upward and downward. All right, so we'll have a D sharp minor. Okay, and then below, skip that note, and now we have a G sharp minor. So two minors stacked on top. Right, and then what we can do is delete the in-betweens, and then from here we should get like a dark sound. Okay, all right, and then from here we can just kind of drag this, pull this up, and then we can do the same thing. All right, and then you can also play with these octaves because you want to keep this sound, right? You don't want to keep adding like notes to make it melodic, right? You kind of want to keep it dark, so you can play with octaves a lot. So I'm gonna take this one, pull that up. Let's shorten this up a bit, and then I'm gonna take these and we can see how that sounds. Okay, I like that. So now what we could do, okay, is mess with these octaves. So I'm gonna pull this one up first, and then I just want this to be a constant, like a little melody. So we could just do like, we could do like 4 of these. Let's just turn these down just a bit. Let me pull this up so y'all can see. That might be too low. And we just copy this all the way through. All right, next up, we could do this one. And then from here, you should get like a decent start for a melody. And just keep note of these notes below so that you can kind of combo them. Then I'm gonna copy this up like that, create a chord there, kind of like that. You can see everything kind of matches up. And I'll need to adjust the velocities a little bit. And then let's copy this over. If it'll let me, you can see how easy that was, right? Just using the same notes. And let's just add a little note in here, whatever. All right. All right, and that would be probably the hardest part of this video. So let's move on to our next little instrument. All right, so next up we have another piano, and what I want to do here is kind of stack the melody so it's not so dry. So let's go in here. And then since we started on A on the first one, right here for the melody, I'm gonna start it there on this one as well. So I'll probably go a little bit higher, just so it's not the same range. Okay. So let's do something like this. And I'm kind of hearing a little melody, so I kind of want to play around with these notes a little bit. So I'm actually maybe leave this one here. Then we could do our little wiggle right here. And then let's add another one of these. Let's move this one up. I think that's good. We can maybe add some other notes. Drag. Well, I guess we could just copy this whole part over. And then let's copy this. And we'll need to shrink those. Okay, and then I want to add some variation right here. So maybe we can use this note. And let's go up to this A and this B. And let me make sure y'all can see these notes. I'm gonna just do like a little, I'm gonna just call it a twinkle. I don't even know what this is called, this like pattern, but I'm just call it a twinkle for now. Okay, I like that. So I'm gonna just move on to our third instrument. All right, next up we got Action Strings 2, and this is like the preset I chose. I just wanted something simple, you know, something real simple. So I'm gonna copy this over because we already got our chorus, and we just delete this top part, and then we can kind of mess around with these little notes here. So I'm gonna delete that one. Maybe on this one we could just change it up. Just delete these. See what that sounds like. Okay, I want them really subtle, so I think that's good. So now we can move on to our last one, which is this Ethno world sound. All right, so now we have this stringed instrument from Ethno world, and I just added some reverb and delay just to make it ambient. So this can be real simple. We could just make sure this is large enough. And again, we could just keep everything in harmony and start on the A. Because we kind of want the melody to be kind of, well, I guess it's not really low key, but okay, I think that's good. We don't really need to add variation because this is kind of just like more background sounds, and I think this is good. And now we can go ahead and start adding like the drums and all that stuff. All right, so next up we have our 808, and just to clarify, this is not a part of the kit that's over here. These drums are. This is just 808, a regular 808 that I needed to just for this vid. That's why I have this here. So let's go in. Well, actually, we can take our pattern from here. The lowest notes in our chords. Let's go here, paste them, Control up, and then we press Shift D to make them smaller, and now we can kind of just place them wherever. Then I'm gonna add something here, maybe go here. And then let's add a roll. I don't really do 808 rolls too much, so I'm gonna do it here just to switch it up a bit. All right, let's hear this part at least. Whoa, okay, wait. All right, there we go. All right, so that's the 808. So now let's move on to the kick and everything. All right, so let's do our kick. Now, I wouldn't really want to kick in this beat, but I'm gonna just add one since it's here already. So what I'm gonna do is copy this. And since I don't really want to kick in this beat period, I'm gonna be very selective. So I like to copy my kicks like this because it adds a little bit more thump to it. So I'm gonna probably just do, let me see. Cause I don't like the way that sounds, so maybe keep that one. think that's good for the kicks. So now we can just finish out the drums and the hi-hats. All right, so now the drums, and I just add the clap or like the, you know, the static sound or the consistent sound that plays throughout. I just add those automatically because you don't really need to see that. So now I'm gonna just add in sounds as I please, and I might speed up some parts if they take too long. So let's go ahead with the snare. Why does it start right there? All right, so let's copy this over, and we can have a little bit more fun on this side. Go back to 1.6. Not sure if I really want that there. I wasn't sure where I wanted to start with that. So now I'm gonna throw in the hi-hats. Hopefully that was, I don't know if I sped it up too much or not, but let's go ahead and just add some of these hi-hats. And we can make this real simple at first. And then we could just, and this doesn't have to be overly complicated at all. I think that is good enough. Okay. Whew. All right. Now we just play the whole thing all together. And here you go. All right. Obviously, I need to do a little bit of mixing. We can add effects and stuff, but that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if y'all new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.